Last week, I interviewed Sasha from Sweet Pickins Milk Paint. If you already follow Sasha, then I know you are completely inspired by her beautiful post where she showcases her home decor and different home projects that she's always tackling. She is the owner of several milk paint companies, including Sweet Pickins Milk Paint. And if you've always wanted to get to know Sasha a little better, and find out how she decided to run a milk paint company, then that's an episode that you guys will definitely want to take a listen. In this week's episode, I'm going to be talking about changes coming to the Maker's Box. It's an exciting announcement. I've actually already let the cat out of the bag over on Facebook and all my other socials, but I definitely wanted to bring it on my podcast and let all of my listeners know as well. This has been something that I have been working on for quite some time in the background. And today I am going to break it all down for you guys so you can take advantage of some other options regarding the Maker's Box. So stick around and let's chat about the changes.
Welcome to the Rescued and Upcycled podcast with weekly inspiration, tips on trying new techniques, and overall real talk about owning your own DIY business. Now here's your host, Sonnet Ullenbrock.
Welcome back to Rescued and Upcycled. I'm your host, Sonnet Ullenbrock. Thank you so much for joining me on my podcast today. If you guys are new here, I do interview creatives and small business owners, and I just love talking about all things business. Now, this year, I have been incorporating some other topics such as home decor, to my podcast, and you're going to see that sprinkled out throughout the year. But I hope that I have been inspiring you along with my guest hosts. So, like I mentioned earlier, I have an announcement to make, and I've already talked about it on a lot of my social media platforms. I've already released it, but I wanted to bring it up on my podcast because it's a huge, exciting announcement for me. Changes are coming to the Maker's Box. Now, when I talk about changes, the Maker's Box is officially 1 year old. I think about a year ago, actually it would have been February of 2024. I was sitting out on the ice of Lake Winnebago and I was brainstorming my idea of having a subscription box. It was something that I had been tossing around for a while, and I was out there, I'm like trying to figure something out for, like what did I really want to include in it? I had ideas, but I really wanted to bring so much value to you, and I wanted you to be excited every single month when it showed up on your door. And I have so much fun, you guys, every single month, coming up with a different, vision for each month, curating the colors, working with Royce and Connie, giving them my vision and then seeing how they take that vision and what they come up with. So it is super exciting. And it has been something that I have absolutely loved to do each and every month. And I am so excited to see where this next year takes us as well. So, if you guys are not familiar with the Maker's Box, basically what it is, it's a subscription, and it is really for all you DIYers. If you're an upcycler, if you love to work with mixed media, you're a furniture painter, you want to try new products out, then this is definitely something that you would be interested in, because each and every month I curate different decoupage papers, different rice papers, different paint colors, different types of paint that are all included in the Maker's Box. So it's just really fun for it to show up at your door and you to try different colors that you may not have ever tried, and paper that may not be your style necessarily, but you fall in love with it. And that is what I've been hearing across the board, that people are coming up with new favorite colors. People were scared to try milk paint. Like the color, some of the colors that in the box, like there was a month where there was a very, very vibrant color, and people ended up absolutely loving it. Even with the different styles each month for the decoupage paper, the rice paper, I have heard like I would never have bought that, but you push me out of my comfort zone. You push me creatively, and I absolutely fall in love with the papers every single month. So, really being a subscriber, it just fills you with excitement knowing that you have something only you and other subscribers can get. And what do I mean by that? These are exclusive papers that you can only find in the Maker's Box. So Royce and Connie create these beautiful papers for me, and then you can only find them here. So that is like I think that is so awesome in the creative world to have something so unique that only the subscribers have. And it really makes you feel like you're part of a secret society of like-minded women. You're bonding over beautiful colors and exclusive papers, and that you have a love to create. So I love that we come together as a community. I do a live unboxing each and every month. I do also put out a video, and I just love the community that I am creating with the Maker's Box. Plus, when you receive that box every single month, I want you to feel like a kid on Christmas morning. When that box shows up at your doorstep, the anticipation, the excitement of what's inside the box, it's really the ultimate surprise. And I really love keeping it a surprise. I do give little sneak peeks here and there, but I want you to feel that excitement, and I want you to feel like a little kid, where you get a gift and you just can't wait to see what's inside. And then you'll be able to create those unique pieces that are really going to set you apart from all your other creative friends. So it is really just a monthly gift that you guys give yourselves, and it's jam packed full of just a ton of inspiration. And that was one thing too that I always felt like some months or weeks, I felt that I was having like a creative block. I was struggling creatively. And that is when I decided I wanted to give my viewers something so that when they are struggling, that they can open the Maker's Box and they can just be inspired and break through that creative block. Because that's how I feel some months. Like I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know what I want to create. I just feel blah. And so what I always would love is I would buy a new product, or I would go shopping and I'd thrift something new. And when I would go and see these new things, that would inspire me. And so I want to inspire you guys with the Maker's Box. The other thing too is that some people have a hard time curating colors and paper. And I do that. I take all the guesswork out of it for you. So the 5 colors that come in the box every month go with the papers. So very easily you can create with it. You can use the paint colors that come with it in the box, and it all is curated to work, perfectly together. I also upload a video for you. So in the Maker's Box, you get a postcard. And on the postcard, there's a QR code, and it gives you direct access to my video that I have set for you ahead of time. So you, as a subscriber, get to see the video right away. And so that is something that I've done from the very beginning. And then I added my creative team. My creative team team right now consists of 9 creatives, and on unboxing day, so I always schedule, it's about the second week of the month, I do a live unboxing, and at that time, my 9 creatives, what they do is they have a video ready for you. So there's a playlist, so you get even more inspiration. Now, if you don't get the Maker's Box, that's okay. You can still be inspired by all those videos. You don't necessarily need the paper and paint that we have, but keep in mind it's nice to have that, and you may feel a little jelly if you don't have it. But because once the paper, like the past papers, there's no way for you to get those. So that is another reason to be part of the Maker's Box, because if you love those papers a ton, you have access to order extra exclusive papers as well. So, the Maker's Box is a limited edition, and it does contain all these exclusive DIY products that you're going to love. But now some of the changes that are coming are, I always would include like a little extra bonus item. And I was dabbling for the last year, adding all different things. And I had heard really great feedback about when I would add a napkin, a decoupage napkin. So that is what I'm doing, is I am now curating like a decoupage napkin to go with the decoupage paper and the rice paper and the paint colors. And I, like I said, everybody has been raving about those. So I thought it was absolutely just a perfect addition. So it used to be just a little bonus item. It is going to be permanent. And then this year, I am also adding my own digital papers. So the cost would not go up, where if I had to print them all and then add them, the price of the Maker's Box would go up. What I've decided is I am creating a digital file for you, and you can print them off yourself. There are limitations, so definitely read the disclosure. You can't print them off and resell. It is for you as a creator. You can create products with them. You can create your own. If you're not if you're just, or if you're a reseller, you can resell items that you've upcycled and things like that, but you cannot just print them off and resell. So there are limitations, but it's more or less for people trying to take advantage. But otherwise, yes, they're there for you each and every month. So there are 5 digital prints that I have created, and each month I'm going to curate them to go with the box. So the first month, it was June, which is coming like out this week. I actually am shipping it today as I'm taping this. Uh, it it was a lot. It was the first time I've created a digital product, so it was interesting. And I was really excited, and I love the outcome of it. And I created next month's already. And you guys, I absolutely, now that I'm getting used to it, I love next month's even more. So I know you guys will as well. So that is what the change to the Maker's Box is. But the biggest change is the actual box design itself. I decided, because it's the 1-year anniversary, and I wanted to just change it up a little bit. And I actually went to Royce's retreat, and I created a master board at Royce's retreat. And so I thought, how appropriate to make my box my master board that I actually painted. And so that is, I just love it, you guys. I'm like, I just can't even, I look at it and I am just like, I can't believe I created that. I mean, we went from picking out our color palette. We picked out 5 colors, and that's going to be on the Maker's Box, my color palette. And then we just started designing with that color palette. And you guys, I had so much fun doing it. It was a 3-day event, and it just Royce pushed me out of my creative comfort zone. And that's what I want to do with you guys with the Maker's Box. So I thought it was just a perfect thing to add to it, to really just change it up. And it really showcases like who I am and the colors I love. It's all my favorite colors. And yes, it just showcases my personality completely. The previous one did as well, but this one definitely. So, with that, that's what's happening with the Maker's Box, you guys. Now, I also heard for the past year that some people just wanted to have paint. Some people wanted just the paper. And so what I decided to do was I decided to create 3 additional subscriptions. So you can get just the paper. There are some limitations to that though. So if you do get just the paper, you will just get those 4 pieces of paper, like 2 Roycycled papers, 2 rice papers from the Painted Photographer. You will not have access to additional papers beyond that. It's just for the Maker's Box subscribers. They're the only ones that can get those additional papers. So that's the limitation with that. But some people didn't want all of everything. So that's what I was hearing, that do you offer different options? And I hadn't in the beginning because I didn't think I wanted to do that. But now I think it's, if you just want the papers, they're available. Same with the paint. If you want to try out the paints, they are available in a separate subscription as well. So it is called the Maker's Box Paint Lovers and Maker's Box Paper Lovers. And I will have all the details too listed in the description for you guys. And then lastly, because I am offering my digital prints, I will have a digital subscription as well. So if you want to just get those digital prints from me, those are the 5 that I will create each and every month. Then I will have that for you as well. So those are the 3 new options. And then the last thing, and this is super duper exciting, you guys. I actually decided to create the Makers Creative Community. I do have a group page already where it's called like my Sonnets, Garden Blooms. I think it is called like a creative community as well. And it's the free option where you can just share in there. This is a little different. Actually, it's a lot different, you guys. It is really a members only space, and it's designed for all of you DIYers, upcyclers, and creatives who just love to make, style, and share. And you do not have to be part of the Maker's Box. If you are and you want to be part of the creative community, you do get a $10 discount on the creative community. So just so you're aware, if you want to be part of both, if you're already a Maker's Box subscriber, you get $10 off the creative community. The membership is $37. I did offer like an early bird sign up bonus, which expired now. But if you are a subscriber, like I said, you do get that. But every month, you guys, it's going to be, I already have the first 3 months planned. I am doing live project tutorials, so we'll be able to create together. So there is going to be a project list out there for you. And I'm going to show you some different really cool like creative techniques. There's going to be months where you can actually just, if you want the exact supplies that I'm using, I'm going to have that little package available for you. So there's going to be a lot, like a lot involved, where you're going to be able to learn new techniques. It's going to be alive. So you'll be able to interact with me, and I'm going to be creating live with you. Then I'm going to bring you also, and I'm going to teach you some lifestyle. I'm going to do some what's like lifestyle sessions. So I'm going to teach you how to style your space with, what you make or thrift, just vintage items. Each month is going to be a little different of what we're going to style. There's going to be like a tablescape. I'm going to show you how I style like a mantle. I'm trying to remember. I should have wrote them down off the top of my head. But then we're going to do some really fun monthly challenges. And I am meeting with the group. Actually, when I'm releasing this podcast, it will be the kickoff, our welcome meeting. And we're going to talk about the monthly challenge. There's going to be just different themes each month. And I think it's going to be really great because we're going to check in. We're going to see how the challenges are going. But I love to challenge and push people creatively. So this will be awesome. And then you guys are going to get like, early access or VIP perks. I'm going to give you really a behind the scenes look. It's going to be pretty awesome. There is a private Facebook group, and you guys are going to be just surrounded by amazing, like minded makers. So you're just going to be surrounded by others just like you. And, then you'll have like quarterly Zoom meetings. So I have the first one scheduled for that. It's going to be like it's just going to be awesome, you guys. So it's going to be a virtual meeting, but it's going to be where we're going to be face to face once a month in Zoom. But yes, so I hope that you guys decide to join the creative community because I think it's going to turn into something really special. It is new. I'm learning, and I'm sure we're going to just mold it into an amazing community of creatives. So I really hope to see you over there. But yes, so those are the changes that I have made to the Maker's Box, how I've added the different subscriptions, the membership, and it's all been kicked off, and you still have the opportunity to go ahead and subscribe to the membership group. So definitely I'll have all the details listed below. But yes, if you want to head over to my website and just like look over some more of the details, I do have the Makers Studio set up over there. And that is a great place where you can compare everything side by side. So I have them listed all like the Makers Box, the paper lovers, the paint lovers, the digital press, the community. So I have them all like right next to each other with all the details for you. So plus, if you have any questions, definitely reach out. I'd love to chat about it. So I just want to thank you all for being part of my community. I know that not everybody can subscribe or be part of the Makers Creative community, but just listening to my podcast, watching my YouTube videos, I appreciate each and every one of you because honestly, I could not be doing what I love without each of you. So I just want to thank you for that. And, I will also be showcasing the projects that I do with the creative community. So be watching for that on all my socials. Now, I do want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope you've enjoyed the changes that are coming. But next week, you guys, this is going to be a good one. I'll be interviewing Jamie and Zeb from Jamie Ray Vintage. This is a husband and wife duo that has become an amazing team to watch. I'm sure many of you already know those two, but it's just so fun to watch their thrifting adventures where they each grab a cart and just start picking. And then I love to see what each one finds and why they pick it, and then see why and how they're going to transform it. But I just love Jamie's vintage inspired style. And I just love to watch her journey, which is so inspiring. We're just going to dig into how she got started, how Zeb jumped on board, and what fuels her creativity, and really what's next for their brand. So definitely mark that one on the calendar, guys. Now, today, you guys, do not forget to rate, review, and subscribe to my podcast. If you are watching over on YouTube, yes, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified every week when I upload a video. And then make sure you're giving me a thumbs up and letting me know what you're thinking about the podcast. You can also find me on all the different social platforms like Instagram, Facebook. I'm on Whatnot, TikTok, Pinterest, you name it, I'm there. You can find me at Sonnet's Garden Blooms. Now, I post a lot more over there, just a lot of different things that are going on with the business. So definitely head on over to those socials and check them out. Now, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and we will see you next week, guys. Bye.